With your permission. Parashat Mishpatim, the Torah repeats the preparation for 10 Commandments, even though we are right now after the Commandments. ואלה המשפטים אשר תצאים לפניהם, משה רבינו comes down from, he's not coming down, he's still in Shamayim. He's learning with HaKadosh Baruch Hu the halachot. At the end of this parasha that has 60 mitzvot, the Torah starts again. And Moshe Amar Alei Hashem, the interior minister upstairs, Hanoch, that became attacked, he called up Moshe, said Hashem wants you to go up. And then Moshe is going to go up, and Hashem will talk to him, he'll come down, and he'll tell Am Yisrael what Hashem said, and then...
I don't want to come there today because I just don't want to get sick.
The rabbi already stopped, just listen.
So then Moshe comes down, and Am Yisrael said, whatever you tell us, we'll do. And the Torah continues. Moshe made an altar, and monuments, slaughter, and sprinkled on Am Yisrael some blood, and then read them. It's called Sefer Abrit, the book of treaty. This is from Sefer Bereshit, Moshe wrote. And then Am Yisrael said, Na'aseh v'nishma. And comes the Gemara and tells us you should know the most important statement is Na'aseh v'nishma, that earth was shaking. If Am Yisrael would not have accepted the Torah, Hashem Chas Shalom would destroy the world. And a lot of good things the Gemara and the Zohar have that Hashem granted us because it said Na'aseh v'nishma. That really, that statement should have been last week parasha. As a preparation to 10 Commandments, the whole section should have been last week parasha. Nevertheless, Hashem decided to put it in this week's parasha. It's over. What is the necessity? To start all over again, to repeat the story, what happened, go upstairs, Moshe goes, he comes down. And the Torah tells us that Moshe is going to Har Sinai. He's taking with him Aaron children of Avihu, and the elderly, the Kenim. The Torah tells us that the Kenim and Avihu, they looked at HaKadosh Baruch Hu. ויחזו את האלוקים. Looked at HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Torah says, ויאכלו וישתו, they ate. But nothing else, just information. And comes the Gemara and says, well, Hashem was very upset at them, they looked at HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Actually, the Torah will tell us in a few weeks that Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, nobody can look at me. If you look at me, you're going to die. And actually, the Gemara says later on, Adam Avihu will die and the Zkanim will die. Story in the Torah. And what's behind it? Why Torah has to tell you this? They went up and they looked, and they ate. As well, the Gemara tells us that Na'aseh v'nishma is a very powerful statement. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when he heard Na'aseh v'nishma, he was so happy, and he said, who revealed the secret of Na'aseh v'nishma? Who revealed it? How did they know to say such a statement? That statement is being said by angels in Shamayim. Mishmua v'kol baro. They listen. They listen after they do. Or said varo, Mishmua v'kol baro. And the one says, how did they know? How did they know? The question is really, how did they know? What's the answer for this? The Gemara doesn't give an answer. The Gemara said in the question, the Gemara says, Migila razeh levanai. Migdal Levanai Razi, I'm sorry. Migdal Levanai Razi, how did they know? What's the answer? Who taught them? How did they know to say it? It's a question without an answer in the Gemara. Come Chachamim and tell us. The Gemara tells us. לעתיד לבוא, גמרא מסכת פסחים, הקדוש ברוך הוא welcome to אברהם אבינו, and will tell him, בניך חטאו, your children sin. And the Gemara says, אברהם answer הקדוש ברוך הוא, so, if that's what will happen, so, it's nothing to do. You will go to יעקב אבינו, and tell him, בניך חטאו. Yaakov will have the same answer. The Gemara comes with very hard statement. Man says Abraham doesn't know what he's talking about, and Yaakov doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm going to ask Yitzchak Avinu. Says the Gemara, הקדוש ברוך הוא תell יצחק, בניך חטאו, your children sin. Yitzchak, the Gemara says, you said, excuse me, my children? I thought it was your children. I said, when? They said, Na'aseh v'nishma. And so if they said Nishma doesn't say that you are a child of Hashem, well, comes Yitzchak and tells, I want to remind you something. When you send Moshe Rabbeinu to Paro, you told Moshe to tell Paro, Beni b'chorei Israel, my son. So, they are your children. But Yitzchak, the Gemara says, emphasized to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Na'aseh v'nishma. The answer, how you are the child of Hashem, because you said Na'aseh v'nishma, you became a child of Hashem. And what does it say? It says, B'chorei Israel. It says, what is the relationship? What's the answer? The Gemara continues. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu did agree to Yitzchak, the Gemara continues the dialogue between Hashem, Yitzchak and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the Gemara says, Am Yisrael, based on the sentence in Sefer Yeshayahu, Avraham lo yadanu, Yisrael lo yakirenu, Avraham doesn't know us, Yitzchak doesn't know us, Yaakov doesn't know us. Only me here because of Yitzchak. So Mashiach will come. Bizchut, whoever is going to be alive when Mashiach will come, is Bizchut Yitzchak Abinu. Because Abraham gave up on us, and Yaakov gave up on us. Says the Gemara, Am Yisrael will tell Yitzchak, thank you very much. He said, what you did to us? Yitzchak said, no, don't talk to me, don't thank me. Thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Thank him. I didn't do nothing. Shenema, the sentence reads, Go'alenu me'olam shmecha, you HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you redeem us, nobody else. Statement in the Gemara. Explain Chachamim the secret of our Torah. Actually, the Gemara says that Hashem met Moshe Rabbeinu. The first time he told him, go tell Paro, my firstborn son, release him. If not, אני הורג בנך בחורך, מכת בכורות. So actually, we came out of Egypt, of course. We read 2 weeks ago in the parasha, מכת בכורות, and by the Hashem Bomet, people dying, and finally Paro said, get out of the country. So the exodus, the redemption, was because מכת בכורות. מכת בכורות came because Hashem warned Paro is going to do it because we are the firstborn. But we are the firstborn is nothing. Why you are the firstborn? Why? Because Yaakov bought the Bechorah? No. So Yitzchak Avinu tells HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they are the firstborn because they are going to say Na'aseh v'nishma. That's the dialogue with Yitzchak and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If you want to know why Hashem took out of Egypt, Yitzchak said because Hashem looks at the future, and in the future you're going to do something, Hashem pays you now on account. It means it's like a credit card. Hashem acts like a credit card. Since you're going to say, Naaseh v'nishma, you are considered my firstborn. So coming out of Egypt is because Naaseh v'nishma. And not only that, if you go backwards, Hashem said, okay, you know what? I do agree on the sale that Yaakov bought the firstborn from Esau. I said, why do you agree? What happened? Why are you telling Moshe that you agree? Because Hashem considers our statement Naaseh v'nishma. That's what Yitzchak tells us. Hashem said, yeah, right. It's actually Chachamim tell us in Shemoneh Esrei we say a statement, Gomel Chasadim Tovim. Hashem pays good kindness. The question is, there's no such thing bad kindness. Why do you say good kindness? Goodness. It means Hashem pays on the future tense. Now, it's called Gomer Chasadim Tovim. A person can be very, very successful in his life, and says, why are you successful? Hashem says, you know what? In 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you'll do something good. I already pay you from now. It's called Gomer Chasadim Tovim. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us out of Egypt because we're going to say Naaseh v'nishma. If we say Naaseh v'nishma, Hashem said, okay, now you consider to be my firstborn son. What does it mean really? It's not because we are the firstborn. Firstborn is nice to be. No. Torah tells us story, information in the Torah. And Torah tells us when Yitzchak called Esau to give him a bracha, Yaakov squeezed himself in. After he got the bracha, he left. Esau came. And Esau was carrying on and crying and screaming. And he told Yitzchak, you know, it's not the first time I have a problem with my brother. I really had a problem with him before. So I said, what do you have with him? And he says, this about 50 years ago, 48 years ago, when Avraham Avinu died, I came home and I was hungry and tired. And I asked for Yaakov for soup. He said, I'll give you only if you sell me the firstborn. And I sold him. And at that moment, the Yitzchak heard it. He stamped the bracha that he gave Yaakov. And he said, Gam Baruch here. I said, also I didn't make a mistake. I thought I made a mistake. When you entered the room and you screamed and you carry on and you said, my brother, again. So Yitzchak had in his mind, he said, why did you give bracha to Yaakov? I regret the bracha I gave Yaakov. When we heard the Gemara says that Esau said, well, it's not the first time, the second time, and he found out that it actually was a transaction that Yaakov was the firstborn, Yitzchak said, Gam Baruch Yeh. This means he deserved the bracha. So by being firstborn, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, okay, I agree on the sale. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, why did you go on the sale today? Because they're going to say, Naaseh v'nishma. The consequences of that Hashem's agreement on the sale is not because Hashem cares about the sale. Who cares? Not because Hashem wants to give Makat B'chorot. No. Because when Hashem agrees on the sale, it means Hashem agrees on the bracha. The Yitzchak gave a bracha to Yaakov, and maybe it's not valid. If the sale is not valid, it means the bracha that Yitzchak gave Yaakov has no power, has no energy inside. It's a mistake. You go to somebody, gives you a bracha, mistake, the bracha doesn't come. Yitzchak gave a bracha to Yaakov, he thought it is Esau. Okay. Now, found it's not Esau. It's not Esau, but there's no bracha. Yitzchak said, Gam Baruch here. Okay, Yitzchak said, Baruch here, Chazak Baruch. How do you know Hashem agrees? The bracha comes from Hashem, not from Yitzchak. Yitzchak is just a pipe. How do you know? The bracha is good. I tell you now. Here. What does it say in the bracha? מתנך אלוקים, מתעל השמיים משמי הארץ, יעבדוך, בגדול אחיך, מברכך ברך הוא. It says all the brachot from Shamayim is going to be applied right now. When Hashem meets Moshe Rabbeinu, and Hashem tells Moshe, go tell Paro B'nai B'chorei Yisrael. It's not. Power doesn't care about this. But B'nai B'chorei Yisrael means they can send Seven Nishma. Now Seven Nishma means Hashem agrees on the bracha that Yitzchak gave. Hashem stamped the bracha. That's the power of Naseh Nishma. And that's the secret. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu was very happy with Naseh Nishma. Why? Because they got the title of being the firstborn of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem loved us, not because it's Naseh Nishma. Because Naseh Nishma triggered back that Hashem's statement, the B'chorei Yisrael, means if we would not have said Naseh Nishma, Hashem took us out of Egypt for nothing. Because the reason we came out of Egypt, because we going to say Naseh Nishma. HaKadosh said, yeah, I know it. But the Gemara says, still, Hashem wanted to hear it from us. When he heard it, Hashem was happy. Come to Gemara and continues. You should know, this statement of Seven Nishma is a language of the angels. Explain Chachamim. When Hashem created mankind, He told the angels, "Na'aseh Adam betzalmenu kidmutenu." Hashem created mankind, and He didn't give him a house. Why? Hashem should have built him a house. At least he should have an umbrella. It might rain. It might snow. Hashem should give him shoes. And he have shoes. There's nothing. So he owns the real estate. He owns the whole world. I can't understand. At least a car or an airplane. I should have a bridge. If you want to cross, no bridge. Says Or HaChaim, but Hashem had in mind in creating mankind that Adam Rishon is going to have the ability to fly. Whenever he wants, he flies to Hashem. He'll walk in between the drops of the rain, like an angel. Angel doesn't get wet. Hashem did not have in mind that we have to work so hard and build houses and have cars and buses and bridges. All things for nothing. If we would need it, Hashem would have made Adam Rishon, build him a house. Hashem put him in Gan Eden. Where's my house? Where's my clothing? Where's the department store? Where's all the things that I need? My toothbrush, where is it? My deodorant, where is it? You don't need nothing, you don't understand. You're an angel. That's what Hashem had in mind. That's therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu Or HaChaim didn't do anything for Adam Rishon. He didn't say all the things that I said, but that's what he said. HaKadosh Baruch Hu had in mind that Adam Rishon should jump in the Shamayim whenever he wants, be with Hashem, he wants to come down. That's the goal. Actually, what Am Yisrael said now, Naseh Nishma, didn't say Naseh Nishma. They say we would like to be like angels. When you say you want to be like angels, then you become firstborn, then you get all the brachot, and then you are in a state that you are an angel. And the Gemara says, we came to our Sinai, nothing. Nobody can die anymore. Everybody got healed. All of a sudden, people that came out of Egypt were missing limbs, hands, feet, everything grew, everything. What's the secret behind it? The deaf people all of a sudden started to hear, mute people started to talk. And I says, what's behind this? What's behind this? Says the Gemara, tell you what. The main thing is the man that Hashem gave us. The man is actually the food of the angels. Ani amarti Elokim atem mizmor of Yom Shlishi. Hashem said, I thought I'm going to have angels. I don't want people. Hashem never had people. Hashem didn't need the whole thing of it. People work for nothing, build for nothing. You don't need it. So what the Gemara says, the Gemara says, Mashiach will come. It's going to be like this. You don't need the houses. Forget it. You don't need the houses. You don't need nothing. You become an angel. And actually, that's the secret. Am Yisrael sent messengers to the king of Edom, and they said, we want to pass. They said, we want to pass. They said, not Sefer Barim, sorry. Sefer Bamidbar. and said, after Moshe hit the rock, and said, we were in Egypt, and Hashem sent an angel to take us out of Egypt. It was an angel, Moshe Rabbeinu. Torah writes that Am Yisrael, when they send a message to the king of Edom, they said, V'shlach malach, Hashem sent an angel. The one says, which angel? Moshe. Moshe is an angel. See, Moshe can fly up to Shemayim. Moshe can fly upstairs, come downstairs. Actually, the Gemara says, let's the Zohar, the Gemara, and this is the Navi. Chanoch, one day flew to Shemayim. Eliyahu Navi, one day flew to Shemayim. Moshe Rabbeinu flew to Shemayim. What's the secret behind it? Rabbi Shmuel Kohen Gadol, second Beit HaMikdash, flew to Shemayim. It's not a major thing to fly. Rabbi Aderet Bochatzira told me, this guy that said he's Mashiach Shabbat Tzvi, Rabbi Aderet Bochatzira told me that man was able to walk on the air. I don't know, he didn't tell me he was a magician. He told me he gave a sagot gdolot. It was the words of Rabbi Aderet Bochatzira told me. It's a special name that a person can use to go up. Ari brings the name. Because that was the goal of Hashem. When Hashem brought us to Har Sinai, Ani amati Elokim atem. Hashem said, I thought now at Har Sinai you're going to be perfect. This was my goal. And that's what Yitzchak tells HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He took them out of Egypt because he said Nasev Nishma. Because Nasev Nishma is the language of the angels. I said, that's why you told Moshe, Bli Bechor Israel. It goes backwards. You read the Torah forward. No, Gemara says, you have to read the Torah backwards. You live in a mistake. You think I should pick out of Egypt because you're the firstborn? No. You are the firstborn because you are like Adam HaRishon before he ate from the tree. It's called the firstborn, and he was the firstborn, and he had the ability to fly. And Hashem said, you're going to fly. That's actually the Rabbi Uziel said, last week parasha. And Am Yisrael, Hashem gave us a test. And after we slaughter the sheep or the goat in Egypt, we all flew to Eretz Israel in Yerushalayim. We ate the piece of meat over there, and we came right back to Egypt. That's the explanation by Yitzhak. Excuse me, Al Kapei Sharim, on the eagle's wings. That the person has to know his task in life. And we are standing because Nasev Nishma. And Nasev Nishma means you're the firstborn. And you're the firstborn, it means you're an angel, because that's the sentence that you say. Nasev Nishma, those are the words of the angels. It's a big obligation. How do you get it? We still don't know how we got it. So the Torah describes the scenery last week. And they say, Be'ichan Shem Yisrael neged ha'ar, belev echad kish echad. One unit. What does it mean exactly? The unity does it. Says the Zohar. I know Mordechai, check the Torah, they made it fill up for us. People say fill every day. After Baruch Hu, this is the world of the angels in Shemayim. And we say, Hashem Meshartim, Hashem Meshartav, all secrets, all the words are secrets, a lot of common. We say every day, Hashem created servants, Kulam Dim Olam, over there, Kulam Ahovim, Kulam Berurim, what do you say? All of them are beloved. כולם גיבורים, כולם ברורים, עושים את רצון קודם. הם בוטחים מפיהם, קדושה וטהרה, שם מברכים, אוקיי, what do you say? את שם הקהל, המלך הקדום, עוד מלכות שמיים, זה קדושה כולם כאחד. קדושה כולם כאחד. says the Zohar. You want to know what an angel is? The Gemara comes in the statement. The Gemara says, you're looking for a rabbi on Google? Make sure the rabbi looks like an angel. The Gemara says in the Shas. אם דומה הרב למלאך צבקות, ילמדו תורה מפיו. ואם לאו, אל ילמדו. The guy isn't very knowledgeable about everything. Listen, you have to know if he's an angel. If he's not an angel, don't study from him. But he's very good. He knows a lot. I get from him. He can't. He wants to, don't learn from him. Don't learn. I was in Yeshiva. Rabbi Aderet, the Mashgiach used to scream it all the time. Remember what I tell you. I used to read the Gemara twice in the Shas. Let's take me. You can't learn. What does it mean? I should look for somebody with wings? What do you mean my rabbi should be an angel? What does it mean? Okay, now read the tefillah. Read the tefillah. Says, no, I'll tell you the tefillah. Read the tefillah. Every day, before you say Shema Yisrael, before you say Shemone Esrei, read this paragraph. What are the angels? Okay, I don't know. What do you know? The Zohar says, I'll tell you what it is. He says, the Zohar, that in Shamayim, all the angels have to say Kadosh, 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 Baruch Kavod Hashem U'Komo, together. If one angel starts ahead, or raises his voice ahead, burn on the spot. On the spot. That's what the text reads. כולם כאחד, אומרים ביראה, קדוש קדוש, ברעש גדול. The angel has no jealousy at the other guy. He doesn't have anything against no one. If he has, he gets burned on the spot. Humble, down to earth. Can it be a head? It's not a race. Nothing. Nothing. I just want to do Hashem's will, and I don't care anything else. I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to do anything. When Israel came to Sinai, right? Hashem Israel Gedara says the Gemara, you know, Migil Azel Vanai. How did you say Nasev Nishma? You know why? Because when he came to Sinai, he became united. He became united, it means I have nothing against nobody. I'm not going to sue anybody. I don't care. I had with this guy, this, in Egypt, I don't care. Nothing. That is an angel, says the Gemara. That's an angel. And the opposite is the worst of the worst. For example, Christianity, yeah? Millions of Jewish people were killed because of Christianity, the crusade, endless. Who is responsible for Christianity? One person created Christianity. They say, who is the guy? The guy was a Tana. One day he walked with his rabbi and they stopped in a motel. And he asked the rabbi, why the girl over here in the motel, they have funny eyes? So the rabbi, his name is Rabbi Shlomo Prachya, like his name was Yeshua. The rabbi told him, why are you looking at the girl? What business you have to look at girls now? He said, what? Went outside. Pulled something from the Shabbat, pulled something from the ground. I'm not Jewish anymore. I'm going to show my rabbi. I'm going to make a new religion. From what? For doesn't want to accept Musar. That's the problem in life. It's not the first time. Come to Gemara and said, I want to tell you something. Hashem said that he thought I'm going to be an angel. Okay, fine. Come, the Torah tells a story. Golden calf. What is golden calf? Says the Gemara, I'll tell you what happened. Moshe went up to Shamayim and he told Rabbi Israel, I'm coming in 40 days. So there was a mistaken calculation because they counted the day that Moshe went up as part of the 40. At the 40th day, Moshe did not come. The Satan made a picture. There's a coffin in Shamayim. Can you imagine the stage of Am Yisrael, how high they were? They saw a coffin of Moshe. They came to Aaron and says, Moshe is dead. Aaron says, what do you mean? What do you mean? No. Look outside, look. You see, there's a coffin sailing in Shamayim. coffin. So Aaron said, nah, that's a fiction. So what's a fiction? You see it. You see it or you don't see it. That's fiction, Satan is doing it. Why is Satan doing it? Moshe said 40 days, not 40 days. And then that led Aaron to make a golden calf, and then the whole thing collapsed. And then Hashem was upset, wanted to kill all of us, and eventually all of us were going to get killed. The year later, with the spies started to die the next 38 years. How come Hashem let the Satan do that fiction picture? He would tzaddikim, right? He would tzaddikim. It's impossible Hashem will do such a thing. He cannot show a picture. Of course, the Zohar says that he rebels against HaKadosh Baruch Hu, doesn't listen. But without it, let's put it away for a second. What's behind it? Behind it. I think Gemara said no. The golden calf. It says, what happened? Aaron made the golden calf. Well, it didn't make exactly, but the Gemara explained. He told them, go bring me my earrings from your wife. And from your wife, and she didn't. So they brought the earrings, and Aaron cooked all of this, and hit them, and that's and became a golden calf. He said, again. What's the problem? You know what's the problem? Why did Aaron tell them, listen, get home. Go home. I don't want to talk to you. Tomorrow, you see, Moshe's coming tomorrow. Aaron told him, Moshe's coming tomorrow. He said, no. Moshe's dead. Aaron said, go home. At the end, Aaron agreed. Why did Aaron agree? The Gemara says, Moshe and Aaron's nephew, his name was Hur, the son of Miriam, stood over there on the top, on a chair, and started to give Musar to the people. And give Musar to the people and said, what's wrong with you? This is our Sinai here. You're under our Sinai. The fire is burning. What are you screaming at Aaron? What's wrong with you people? They went and they killed him. Says the Gemara, Hur was on the floor dead. The biggest tzaddik, supposed to be Mashiach. On the floor dead, and now they come to Aaron, they're threatening Aaron. Says the Gemara, Aaron was afraid they're going to kill him, and Aaron knew if they're going to kill him, Hashem will destroy the world. Says the Gemara, so Aaron said, okay, you know what? Let me try to save the world. And then eventually came the golden calf, and Hashem was upset, and people died, and the Gemara says every tragedy and every punishment a person has, until Mashiach will come, percentage is golden calf. And so what's the golden calf? I don't understand. What's the problem? You know what the problem is? You didn't want to hear Musa. That's the problem. When Hur stood on the chair, and Hur said, listen to my uncle. What's wrong with you people? It was a young kid. Well, do a kid, but it was young. Can't take it. Can't take the Musa. That's the Satan has power. He has no power to put you in a trap to make a sin. But he can lead you to not accept Musa. You can't take it. I can't take it. This guy, who does it, First Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because of Zechariah HaKohen, a Navi, on Yom Kippur gave Musa to people. Somebody threw a stone on him in Beit HaMikdash, died on Yom Kippur. That Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because of it. People cannot take it. The problem is you're not an angel, that's the problem. If you be an angel, you say, yes, okay. So give him Musa. God Vilna had Magid Medubna standing in front of him every day, give him Musa. Can you imagine? God Vilna need Musa. Yeah, said, I need Musa. Tell me Musa about me. Then you become an angel. If you don't do this, then you something Satan will show you something fiction. And because of that fiction, you're going to fall in the trap of not good habits or something, and that will lead to something else. But it's out of control. And that's exactly what I want to tell you. Look, Yitzchak Avinu, the Gemara says, continue, the Gemara says, Yitzchak Avinu says to Am Yisrael, don't take me. Look at Hashem. Hashem is here. Go'alenu me'olam shmecha. That's what we say before Shmoneh Esrei, Go'alenu me'olam hu shmecha. According to the Kabbalah, we say me'olam hu shmecha. But it's a sentence in Yeshayahu. Yitzchak said, look at Hashem, look. Hashem actually wants us to look at Him. Because the Gemara says, before Mashiach will come, Hashem, the Gemara says, will make a circle of tzaddikim, and he will be in the center, and he will point and say, Zel, Lokenu, Kivinu, Lo, this is Hashem. Hashem wants you to. Hashem made us to look at it. But, if you're an angel, if you need Bechor Israel, it's not Tetzaveh Nishma. And that's the Gemara actually said, the Gemara says, Moshe came down from Shamayim. Am Yisrael said to Moshe, we would like to see Hashem, we would like to hear Hashem. And Hashem said, you want to see me? Perfect. I'll show myself. No problem. Because the credit you're going to say Tetzaveh Nishma, Hashem is going to show himself to you. And actually, that's the secret of the tzitzit. The blue string, Hashem wants you to look at the blue string, because Hashem said, my chair is blue, and I am blue. Because the cloud is blue. When you look at the tzitzit on the blue string, you see Hashem. Hashem wants you to see Hashem. Because Hashem wants you to look at Him. And that's what the Torah tells you. The goal of Mamad Har Sinai is looking at HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What it means that's Achrit HaYamim, it's the end of the world. You see Hashem face to face. And as one of my friends told me, it says that's in Bet HaMikdash, it says, you come to Bet HaMikdash, Yira'eh kol zechucha, Hashem said, come to Bet HaMikdash, I want to see you, you see me. That's right. That's the goal. Why? Because you're an angel. But if you're not an angel, you can't see. So that's why after golden calf, Moshe Rabbeinu asked HaKadosh, I would like to see you. Hashem said, no. You can't see me. If you're going to see me, you're going to die. So what happened? Moshe did see HaKadosh Baruch Hu the first time he met him. Before that, Moshe is called Malach. Moshe could go up to Shamayim, come down. Kohen Gadol, Bet HaMikdash, we're talking about 2,000 years ago. A Kohen Gadol, who went up to Shamayim, spoke to Gabriel upstairs. It's not impossible, because that's the goal. You go and you come back. Everybody goes and come back every day. Who knows how many times a day? Because it's not because of the only, because that's the goal. And next the Torah tells you, look what happened. So we said Tetzaveh Nishma. I said, why is it Tetzaveh Nishma? I said Tetzaveh Nishma because we heard from Moshe Rabbeinu Sefer HaBrit, we heard the Torah from Moshe Rabbeinu. We said, okay, Moshe Hashem said, oh, now you're my children. Okay, you're my children. You're my children like angels. Why? Now you're an angel. Okay, perfect. Come to Torah says, I want to explain to you something. Moshe goes up to Shamayim, he takes with him, follow him, Aaron, Nadav, Avihu, and the 70 elderly people. Torah says, Vayichezu et Elokim, they look at Hashem, Vayochlu vayishtu. Says the Gemara, what is that Vayochlu vayishtu? It says no respect for Hashem. No respect, no manners. You look at Hashem and you chew on your barbecue, and you're drinking wine, Vayochlu vayishtu. That's Hashem said, you lost the stage. You have to know your job on this world is to be an angel. With all the midot of angels in the morning before you say Shema Yisrael Yehor Shamayim, and you want to say Gal Yisrael, so the Gemara says Gal Yisrael, you have hope that in Shmoneh Esrei Bet HaMikdash will come down. That's what the Gemara says in before Shmoneh Esrei say Gal, in Shmoneh Esrei says Goel. Goel means present tense. And it says prior to what? Because you said Ma'olam Shmecha. Ma'olam Mushmecha. What's that? What is it? Before Ezrat Habotenu. You know what you say? What do you say? Hashem wants you to remember coming out of Egypt. How? Because Hashem killed the firstborn. Every day you have to say that? No. When you say that, you remember you came out of Egypt because the firstborn died. You know why the firstborn died? Because you are the firstborn. And you know why you're firstborn? Because it's Tetzaveh Nishma. And you say Tetzaveh Nishma, you're an angel. I said, B'chavana, B'chavod, Shmoneh Esrei. Now you say Shmoneh Esrei. Now it's going to be Goel Yisrael, says the Gemara. Every time you say Shmoneh Esrei, you say Goel Yisrael, you say, open and say, close your eyes, but the Midrash is coming down. Why? Because you said Ma'olam Shmecha. That Yitzchak told Israel. Don't take me. Look at Hashem. Yitzchak said, look at Hashem. He saved you. How can I look at Hashem? Because you're an angel, because you said Tetzaveh Nishma. Tetzaveh Nishma is not the same as our father said. that we have to say every day, you are the firstborn of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the secret of Pidyon Haben. You're the firstborn of HaKadosh Baruch Hu because you're not saying Ishmael. If you're not saying it, as a Shmoneh is not going up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the whole idea of this parasha, Hashem said, okay, let me tell you something. I tell you all the laws, all the 60 laws. Let me tell you something. Let me go back for you something. And I said, well, why do I have to go back? And I says, via the Torah that you learn, you become an angel. Via the mitzvot, you become an angel. You learn the Torah. But you know the Torah will drive you to Naaseh V'Nishma. Without Torah, you can't just say Naaseh V'Nishma. The Torah does it to the person that he is going to realize that this world is just preparation to Olam Haba, and Olam Haba, you're an angel. Says the Gemara, Lo achila v'lo shtiyah. I said, Machloket, but Ramim said the body of the person will get up. He'll get up, Chet HaMetim. It doesn't need no food, nothing, no drink, nothing. It has to go to sleep. He says, who are you? This is my name. You need, no, I don't want to eat. I said, why? You're an angel. אני אמרתי אלוקים אתם. התקיים בנו, אתה, you are an angel. That's Hashem's idea was. This person who doesn't behave like this, Hashem is bankrupt. Hashem created us to become angels. You don't become an angel. That's what Chaim Vital said. First, you have to know that you have to have Musar. Musar is the key to learn Torah. Musar is the key to become an angel. If you have no Musar, don't learn from the rabbi. What's wrong with the rabbi? You don't understand. If the rabbi is not an angel because you have to be an angel. אני אמרתי לו כמעט אמת. It's a big obligation for the generation, for the people. As Chachamim say, מקווית עד המשיחה, חוץ מהיזגה, people have no respect, no musar. Families, מחלוקת, all this. This is Satan. Because that Satan can do. Satan, it can show you a fiction thing, picture, because it's lack of Musa. You can't take it. You can't take it. Chachamim say it all the time, all the generation. People do not want to listen to the Chachamim, to the Nevi'im, nothing. Who are you to tell me what to do? Shot atzmecha. The Navi used to tell a person, why are you doing this? He said, keep your mouth shut. You're not better than me. I'm better than you. You're not better than me. Stop. Don't tell me Musa. Don't tell me what to do. That's it's the biggest thing. Gemara says, Der she'yabolo adam, Gemara says, what's the best way that somebody, you should look for somebody to give you Musa. You should look. זה רבן יונה, in פרקי אבות. עשה לך רב, קנה לך חבר. Acquire a friend. So רבן יונה, in פרקי אבות זה, we need friends for what? For to invite him to bar mitzvah. רבן יונה said, חבר means supervisor, to give you Musa. קנה לך חבר. Go acquire, go get somebody to watch over you, to tell you what's wrong with you, what's not with you. And that's one of the questions they say. Come to Gan Eden and ask you, did you make your friend as a king on you? I said, my king? What do you mean my king? I should be his king, not an angel. A person is to have the desire of an angel. Amen.